Hello and welcome to my video 5 mistakes beginners in Hero Wars make. So maybe you are just starting out with Hero Wars, or maybe you are already a little while longer playing this game and want to check if you're doing everything right. So whatever it is, I hope you enjoy this video. 1. Using the wrong hero for last position. Okay, so for last position, in a general team or a team against most teams in defense and attack, you need a solid hero for last position with a reasonable armor and a reasonable health stat, and also a first artifact that will provide armor is very helpful. Yeah, so you have basically a choice in going for either Marta, Jet, hard to get, but he's very good for physical attack line. Then we have Helios. He's maybe the guy to go for when you have a mage line. Then sometime, yeah, okay, to that later. Then Lian is also good. Okay, she does not have a first artifact that provides armor. Marta, Helios, and Jet, they all have an armor boost with their first artifact. She has magic attack increase, but her fourth skill is very helpful. She can stop or delay a lot of opponents. Every time she gets attacked, she will jinx those guys who attacked her for 2 seconds. So she is nice. She is very attacking. So yeah, why not go for Lian if you have a mage line? I'm using her with the great success in my line with Kark. You can also go for Astrid and Lucas. Yeah, so I forgot Thea. Thea, you can also go for her. Yeah. So those are the classical 6 characters for last position. Then there is Dorian. He makes sense, maybe not always. So in a defense line, yeah, if you are reckoning with that your line will be shoved together and then they are assembled all around Dorian, if this is your game plan, then he might make sense in last position. But I'm not a fan of last position Dorian. Sometimes, yes, why not? It can work very well with him when there is a cleaver in the other team, because cleaver will drag him to the front line, and then his vampirism aura will affect, more of his allies can profit from his vampirism aura. Or also Maya, she will also drag him into the middle of his allies. So sometimes he is very good in last position. My preferred position for him is the second to last position, especially together with Helios. This can be very strong. Then I know I have seen recently also a team of a very good player. He would use Cornelius in last position. His armor is not that great, but yeah, maybe as a compromise, because he's a very nice character against mage lines, because he can build a barrier with which he can protect his allies from, or increase the magic defense, and has a strong first skill. So yeah, maybe I wouldn't do it. Maybe he's using this line as a compromise with him in last position. The reason, by the way, why your character in last position needs to have good armor and health is because if your opponent is using a Jorgen, which is quite often the case, he can make pressure with the third skill, the Leper, and then yeah, a solid hero is required. Of course, when a cleaver is in the opponent team, he can drag your last hero to the front line. This can always happen. There it sometimes helps when you have Faceless in your line, because he will do his power toss and then can, yeah, can move the enemy line a bit backwards, so your allies will walk to the front line, and when Marta got drawn to the front, then she will fall back again a little bit. Sometimes I also see Jorgen being used in last position. I'm not a fan of that at all. I would not recommend it actually, especially when the opponent is using a Jorgen also. Yeah, so that's for last position, but there are exceptions, of course, when your opponent is not using Jorgen and is not using Chu. Chu is also an attacker who will put direct pressure on the last guy the guy in last position. Then yeah, then maybe, or if you are up against the mage line, they are not that strong in physical attacks, and even when there is Jorgen, let's say your opponent has this team here, special line with the twins. Or yeah, something like this, then maybe you can go with faceless in last position if it makes sense for you, because this line cannot exert a lot of pressure on last position guy. So then maybe you can go with this. Here this is a line, a very strong line when you use Karg, because everyone is helping Karg, Kai with his first skill, and also Faceless with his power toss. Yeah, if your opponent can exert pressure on the last guy in last position, then it is bad. But when you are the attacking team and you see, yeah, your opponent using a mage line that cannot put pressure, then yeah, then you can go like this, or you can also go with Lars then in last position. But in general, those heroes I gave you, they work very good in last position.
2. Not reaching floor 50 in the tower daily.
Okay, so I switched to my mini account on server 31, I think, and now we have this second mistake is, yeah, I made this mistake too when I was starting out playing Hero Wars. You really have to make sure that you can reach the top floor in the tower every day. You can finish at floor 50. Yeah, it is very important, because on the higher floors you get more valuable prizes. You get more gold when you hit the gold in the chest, and also more tower coins. Today I had a lot of items. Is also good, the violet items here. Yeah, you need to figure out a little bit. It's not that difficult, but also not that easy to finish the tower on a daily basis. So I made 2 videos on my channel. The newer one is maybe the one you want to have a look at. The Tower Complete is the title. Here I will not go into the details how to complete the tower. In the beginning it can be a bit hard. Later on, when you have very strong heroes, it gets easier, and you have to know some things about team level and hero level. But especially when you are a free player, it really is important that you get this extra gold in the tower. Also, when you reach level floor 50, the next day you will get a guaranteed 350,000 gold in your mail. So that's one of the important things, because without gold then you cannot level up anymore. Then you fall behind, your heroes fall behind, your titans fall behind, and yeah, unless you invest a lot of emeralds, then the leveling up will slow down and will take away the fun of this game. So yeah, that's one of the things you really have to figure out, how to finish the tower on a daily basis.
3. Playing with the team low in synergy.
Okay, back on the main account because I need some heroes. On my mini account I don't have all the heroes. So yeah, one of the common mistakes, maybe it's not so fair to call it a mistake, because it is not so easy at the beginning when starting out this game, how to compose a team that has a good teamwork, a good synergy. But yeah, this is basically one of the fun factors. So when you have a nice team that works well together, you can beat higher rated teams that have less teamwork. So on the introduction paper I gave a team that would really not have a lot of synergy. They are very nice individual heroes. Helios, a very good hero. Ginger, this is just one example. Maya, Kark and Aurora, but this would be a really terrible team to go with, or not good at least, maybe not that terrible because they are all strong heroes on their own. Yeah, you see, when it comes to synergy, the skills, of course, they are the most important factor. The skills of the heroes, they have somehow to contribute to make the other heroes stronger. And also important is the first artifact. We have the magic increase, magic attack increase, the magic penetration, armor penetration, physical attack increase, armor or dodge stat, or magic defense. So Maya has magic defense as a first artifact. This, of course, yeah, is beneficial to the whole line. Everyone can profit from an extra magic defense. Nothing to say against that. Aurora has the dodge increase as a first artifact. Again, here everyone will profit. That's okay. Helios has armor as first artifact, so that makes sense for everyone. But then we come to Kark. He has physical attack increase. This makes sense for himself and for Ginger. Ginger also has physical attack increase. Again, makes sense for her and for Kark, but not so much for the rest of the line, because Aurora, her skills depend on magic attack, so she could use an increase in magic attack, a boost in magic attack. You see her first skill depends on 50% of magic attack, second skill 40%, again 40%, so she doesn't gain anything when you have a physical attack boost. Yeah, her basic attacks get a little bit stronger, but this is not that great. Then, yeah, skill-wise, this line is also a bit questionable, because Kark can heal himself when he is attacking with the deadly tendrils, so he don't really need a healer like Maya. Yeah, and also there is no one with armor penetration in that lineup, or magic penetration. Those are two very important first artifacts. And yeah, we have 3 mages and 2 physical attackers. It can work. There are a good line for Kark, for instance, is when you go with Kai. So here also Kark is a physical attacker, Kai is a magical attacker, a mage. So, but they work very well together with their first skill. Yeah, so this is really important to have a team with a good team synergy, and I have with the video that has hero synergy in Hero Wars teams. So I suggest you have a look there, or also you check out the Hero Wars review. There I will give some team for every hero, a team which I think works nicely. And yeah, there are many possibilities, of course, so that's the thing that makes this game so interesting for me, that you have many combinations and you can try new ways, and maybe you can use a hero that is not used by that many players, and if you find a very good line for him or her. Yeah, so that's that.
4. Being in a guild below your standard.
So it is important that you are in a guild that where you have guildmates who play in the same league as you. So for me in the guild, the activity is the most important thing, and then secondly the activity with Titanite. I'm a bit less focused on being in the gold league. Of course, yeah, there when you are, then you get the gold trophies, and then you can buy some exclusive skins. But it depends a bit on which heroes you are using, and even then, I mean, I'm using Jorgen too, but yeah, on my main account I just bought his champion skin, but I will not level it up. So and then you have also many skins you can get with the silver trophies, so no need to be in a gold guild, in a guild that plays in the golden league. I think if you play daily and you contribute regularly, even as a free player, you will always make it in to be in a silver guild. So for most cases that's enough, because you can get the soul stones. Yeah, you cannot get this legendary chest, but don't really need that. For upgrading the totems at a certain point, no, not here, sorry, at a certain point you will need, for upgrading the totem, you will need gold trophies. But yeah, this is a long way, and if you have maxed out the silver trophy levels, then your totem is also reasonably strong already for the lower levels. So there is no direct need to be in a golden league guild. Gold league, yeah. For the golden trophies, it's nice if you have them too. For me, the most important thing is the activity, because then when your guildmates and you in total, you make say 45,000 activity points a day. So that would mean the 30 guild members contribute 1,500 on average. Then you can get those valuable rune rewards that you need for upgrading the glyphs of your heroes, and that's an important part to make your heroes stronger. So okay, when you make 1,000 points, maybe a little bit more, make sure that you are in a guild where your guildmates also make 1,000 points or more, so that at least you can make those two rewards on a daily basis. And this actually, when you're a daily player, even if you are a free player, it's no problem at all to make more than 1,000 activity points. So make sure you are not in an inactive guild or in a guild where you cannot make those two reward levels. Then yes, you can try to go into a guild that make the 3 reward levels on a daily basis. Maybe you can help with other stuff as a general, organizing the war, so maybe you will get accepted even though your average contribution is below those 1,500. Yeah, so that's one of the things I can suggest, that you make sure that you are in a good guild, in an active guild, because you will grow much faster, also Titanite wise. Yeah, with a bit of time investment and a bit of figuring out how it works in the dungeon. There are also some videos in my channel. Even as a free player, even when you don't have Valkyrie's favor, it will be very okay, maybe at the beginning not right away, but once you have the water totem, you should make sure you can get that, saving up some emeralds and then try to get it, because with the water totem and with all with the Hyperion, the super titan of water, it's not that difficult to make 150 points daily. So This means 30 guild mates multiply 150 gives 4,500, and then then you will get those fear rewards. There are also levels. The fourth level, where you get extra spheres for summoning titans, Titan soul stones, is at 4,500, and the last one is at 7,500. I'm lucky to be in this guild now. We usually make more than 7,500. Yeah, so did I forget anything? Yeah, the upcoming Christmas event, there it's also you can then be able to send gifts to each other in the guild, so it helps a lot if you're in an active guild, and then you will receive many presents and can send back too. So that's one of the things I would try to do. Of course, also a certain loyalty is important. You should not switch your guild just, oh, now I can go in a higher guild, and because more often than not, it's important that you have a good guild master that has really loves the game and is willing to invest time and recruit new people, and to chat, maybe set up a chat. That's one of the most important things. And a guild can have a high activity, and then if there is a bad guild master or not a good team spirit in that guild, eventually when those high performing members they quit, and then the guild falls apart, because everyone was only there because of the rewards you can get. So that's also important, to have a good team spirit, and you help each other out in guild wars. So don't switch just for the rewards. But if you are just in a bronze guild, and half of the members are inactive or contribute very little, or below what you contribute, then you should consider changing a guild. So if you're active, as I said, then there is always a way to be in a silver guild at least. And on most servers, on the newer ones, I mean, I'm investing a little bit of money here. Yes, I'm VIP 7, but still, I think even with a lower whip level, I could be in a golden guild. Okay, maybe. When I was starting out the game, I was in silver for a long time. But yeah, that's one of the factors.
5. Not defending with free balanced teams in Grand Arena. So these are my top 15 heroes on my mini account on server 31. You see I mainly concentrated on my top 5. I aligned them here in line 2 with Astaroth, Kira, Nebula, Fox and Marta. And I also brought along Celeste, Jorgen and Faceless, mainly for the tower. And those 3 guys, I put them in line 1. So here I have a top line, line 2, then no one will be able to, or less people will be able to pass line 2 here. But everyone will soon figure out that I have a very weak line in the third line up. So all they have to do is pass line 1 with their top team, which they probably will be able to, because my Galahad and Thea are really weak. And once they did that, it's all over, because they can put their worst line or just the reminder of their good heroes on my line 3, and they will pass. So that's the worst possibility, in my opinion, to align your defense in Grand Arena, where you put into one line your top guys, then you make the second line a second line with the reminder of your good heroes, and then a third line with just the reminder of the reminder, and will be a really weak line. So the second possibility would be that you make 2 reasonably strong and balanced lines with your top 10 heroes. I tried to do this here. So you see, in comparison to the line before, I would put Astaroth, my strongest tank, to line 1 and bring Galahad to line 2, but I will leave Thea in line 1 So everyone has one weak character. Line 1 has Thea, line 2 has Galahad. So I have 2 balanced lines, and the third line is just as before. The reminder of my strongest heroes, but they are really weak because here I really concentrate on my top 5 plus Celeste, Jorgen and Fox so far. But still, this for me, it is not convincing to arrange your lines like this, because again, soon people will realize that there is a very weak line. The third line is very weak, so all they have to do is pass one of these lines, 1 or 2, with their top team, and they might find a way. And once they found this way, it is very easy, because they can put the reminder of their strong hero on line 3 and then they will pass. So the best possibility, in my opinion, is to try and figure out how you can arrange 3 lines that are balanced and look equally difficult to pass, or maybe one attacker might be tempted to go for line 1 here, and then he finds out, oh my god, Kira and Nebula, they are really upgraded. I mean, you don't see the glyphs when you just watch, see this picture. You can say something about the rank. Okay, Kira is on orange rank, but you cannot see how much the skins and glyphs are upgraded. So you try line 1 and then see, oh no, they are too strong. And here, that in my opinion is the most fun way to defend, and also the most annoying for any attacker, especially also when you keep changing those lines a little bit as your characters changing strength. Maybe you bring up a new character, and you always try to have 3 lines that are well balanced, and then this gets really difficult, and one has to try, and yeah, so I'm having the best results with this kind of system, just to have 3 balanced lines in Grand Arena.
Okay, and here I can give you a sample of that. I just saw a team before. He's on rank 200, just to show you how easy it is when someone goes with 1 top line and then a second best line, and then the third team is just the leftover. Come on, rank 200. Okay, here we go. You see, I see line 3, I can just go with my absolute B team, and my A team will easily destroy the second line. Had he shuffled it a bit more balanced, then it would have been much more difficult. But here, this is a no-brainer. I don't have to think here. Just know here my absolute B team is with those 3. Now it's Celeste, and then we add Galahad and Thea, and here I can go with my A team. They will most certainly defeat them, and here I can just go with 1 hero, and it's very easy to overcome this defense. I can speed this up a little bit. And now the third line. So I really like this kind of setup, because I don't have to think much when I compose my 2 attacking lines, and it is a 100% win. So that's why you should always defend, in my opinion, with 3 balanced lines. So these have been 5 mistakes one can make when starting out with Hero Wars. I recommend you do not repeat them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.